make sure you have a clear list of priorities, would be my number one advice. And obviously important and urgent comes first, but then comes important and not urgent and not important. So keep a very clear list of priorities, and that list of priorities may change every day, I know, but if it changes every day, you have to change it every day.
I would recommend to draw in a circle of advisors, build a scientific and a development advisory board, have input from multiple stakeholders so that you can cover your own blind spots and develop, again, we do that with every single company that we work with, is a very diligent list of top 10 goals that the company has to agree to, and so that and that then filters through into every single line function in every department, gets their own top 10s derived out of the company top 10s, so that every worker will know this is the ultimate goal and here's what I do every day to get towards that. That's a practical way of implementing this.
Yeah, I agree. I think the most successful early stage companies have really a very sharp focus on their objectives and their priorities. And the most successful companies I've worked with often have the top, maybe not the top 10, maybe the top 3 or 4 goals that the company is trying to achieve. And if you're not working towards those goals, you're not working on the right problems. The last thing I would say is that I talked about a little bit in my presentation, but having some type of project management capability, whether it's outsourced or hired, I think is critical for drug development. There are so many paths that need to move forward in parallel and in sync that it's not something that a CEO is going to be able to do. They really need that project management capability.
Yeah, and collaboration, I think, is highly important so that everyone gets heard. I agree with what everyone has said. And again, once you set the strategy and you know what the priorities are, you just have to be incredibly disciplined to follow that and not waver from that, and remind everyone all the time, this is what we're trying to get done. And know how your role fits in with that. It may not, unlikely in a small company, but make sure that people feel like they're empowered to get done what they need to get done. Know what the decision-making strategy is. Know if you're all going to get in a room and decide in collaborative decision-making. Know if you're the dictator in that organization, or know what you have ability to determine and decide, because you don't want to waste time sitting in a room once you get all the data in. So I agree with all of those, all the comments said before too.
I would say take a break. And the reason is very simple. Small companies, sometimes they make a strategy, they start working it, they get too occupied to do that, and they forget to reassess themselves periodically. It's very important to at least fix some time, maybe every quarter, every 6 months. Take a break and reassess, are we still meeting our milestones? What are the problems we are having? Are we losing our focus? Are we too focused? Sometimes people are so focused on something that they forget time flies, and suddenly a year later you're still nowhere. And you never looked at it back. So I tell people, it's very good to be focused, but you need to take breaks. You need to maybe put some time aside, maybe every quarter, and look at you're a small company, people are wearing multiple hats, they're trying to tackle too many problems, some internally, some externally, dealing with investors, dealing with FDA, dealing with everybody, friends who give advice, which is not good, all those things. So it's very important to take breaks and reassess. That would keep you on your tracks much better than if you don't look at yourselves, don't look back at anything you did.
Mm-hmm.